Hello, everyone. This is Captain in the house. I'm happy to be back here again. I hope you're all fine and doing great. We're going to talk about the second episode of Midlife Crisis. In my last video, I talked about midlife crisis and I was able to give advice on what we can do when the challenges comes, and I also talk about my discovery about how anxiety due to midlife crisis can create a mental health condition. And I suggested some solution that can help to at least diffuse the confusion or the crisis. And one of the people that subscribe reached out to me and appreciate the content of the video that I created about midlife crisis. And that prompted me to do another related episode, which is a midlife crisis part two that can still help because when the friend called me and we had a discussion, I was able to discover some other things that can help us to manage midlife crisis, whatever we're going through in life. So for today's topic is going to be part two of midlife crisis. What is it about? It's just about advising people that are going through midlife crisis to just take it easy and live life. It's easier said, like I mentioned in my last video, it's easier said, but sometimes when you pull something out of your mind, your heart become lighter. So with this episode of midlife crisis part two, is still canceling people that this life, ironically, we bring nothing to this life, and then unfortunately, we're not going to take anything with us. It's good to be successful in life, but most times we kind of give success 100% achievement of maybe acquiring money or material things. That is not the only way to define success because a lot of people, most people, their problem is financial crisis or financial turbulence. Most people, and when most people don't have this so called money, they tend to believe they are not successful. So, from my own opinion and my understanding, success is not all about money alone. It actually comprises of so many other things. If you're able to take good care of your health up to the age of, let's say, 40, 50, 60, you're not going to see the doctor every day. Health wise, you're successful. If you're able to have a marriage and your marriage work, marriage wise, you're successful. And if you raise children and your children, at least you've brought them up in such a way that they are responsible, they know what they're doing. Some of them in schools, you're able to send them to school, you're able to, and some of them probably they're in the working class now, or some of them they're entrepreneur. That's success. So sometimes we need to count our blessings rather than focusing most of our energy on those things that we couldn't achieve in life. Because when you focus most of your energy and think back of those things you've achieved, it brings you joy when you think about or back of the sweet memories that things probably you couldn't do in the past and you're able to do it now. It's actually part of success. Even with your siblings, you have a good relationship with your siblings. You call each other once in a while, you celebrate each other. It could be birthday, it could be anniversary, and then you have a good family. That's part of success as well. And career wise, you don't have to be getting millions. If you're doing very well with your career and you have a focus, and day in, day out, you're stepping up in progress, it's still part of a success. There are so many people out there that they don't even know what they want to do with their life, but you know what you're doing with your life, and you have a good career, good family. It's part of being successful. And the first one I mentioned is quite important as well. If you have good health, it doesn't come cheap. Good health comes with discipline, adequate sleep. Not that you sleep like 12 midnight, 4. a.m., you're already awake. You're able to discipline yourself. You go to bed on time, and sleeping very well contribute to good health. Going to the gym, doing your exercise, watching your lifestyle with the kind of food you eat, the kind of food you put in your mouth. It's actually a success because some people are struggling with their weight. You're able to control your weight. And those people that are struggling with their weight, that they achieve the way they want, is success as well. So we have to look at being successful from a broad mind, a broad parameter. So the major causes of midlife crisis could be financial problem. And in order to handle this, from my first advice is try to speak with people. And the major reason why we have to take midlife crisis important is it creates anxiety, and this anxiety can actually lead to mental problem. And when midlife crisis started to happen, is you try to kind of uh, give too much high standard for yourself. Probably you think back about things you plan to achieve, and up to date you've not achieved them, and you're feeling so bad, and you're thinking, do I still have time to achieve this thing? As long as there's life, there is hope. As long as there's life, there is hope. So it's still possible for you to achieve those things. Because one thing that's bring about anxiety is you start to think if you have enough time to achieve those things, and then you start to think, will I be able to achieve these things? It creates anxiety in your body. And when you have anxiety in your body, then fear can set in as well. And one thing I realized about fear is that thing you're actually fearful of might not actually exist. So you're just the one creating an imagination to establish unnecessary tension in your life. So it's very, very important that we need to be able to control anxiety, which is part of midlife crisis. And when this anxiety comes, it leads to mental health. Based on what I've read, that it can actually create a mental health issues, and that can actually put someone in a very severe situation. So anyone that is going through any anxiety due to midlife crisis, most of the time probably from late 30s up to the age of 55, a lot, especially men, they try to kind of experience midlife crisis. So if anybody is going through that, it's good to be able to control it. And how do you control it? You can seek professional counseling. You can also think about things you've achieved, count your blessings, and just give thanks to God and create another strategy. Okay, how can I move forward? Because if anxiety sets in and it creates mental health problem, you will not be able to strategize of the next step of your plan. So it's very important to be conscious of the way we handle, the way we approach midlife crisis, mainly focusing on avoiding unnecessary anxiety, because this unnecessary anxiety creates a mental health problem. And most people out there, because of anxiety that have led to mental health problem, the situation gets worse. So that thing they are actually thinking of doing can actually be stopped because of the mental health challenges. So it's very, very important for us to control it. Life can be very interesting when you plan it in such a way that you will not have allow those things that you've not achieved to affect you. And one of the best way to do this is you can talk to people that you can trust, talk to people that are like-minded, and you seek advice as well. That okay, what else can I do in order to achieve my dream? As men, it's normal. It's normal for any man to have a big dream, to have a plan. Everybody have plan. But sometimes this plan can be overwhelming that you cannot carry it out all alone. So you need to speak. If you're married or you have a partner, you can speak with your partner, and your partner can suggest the way forward, that okay, let's seek counseling, okay, let's seek support from people. So it is very important to seek advice from people that are better than you, Or if you see people that are doing those things you want to do, you can just go on YouTube or try to copy them or look at their history, what they've done in order to get to that level. Someone like me, I'm a writer, and I like Tyler Perry. I like what he's done as in being a movie director, a movie writer. I read a lot about his life history, how he has achieved, and try to follow the same pattern. So it's possible for anybody out there as well to copy. Then you seek counseling because a tree cannot make a forest. Most people are quite isolated now, probably because of what they see in the social media, but it's good sometimes. You just have to identify those people you can speak with, those people you can trust that can counsel you, especially a man that want to achieve something. But to round it up once again, midlife crisis create anxiety, and the anxiety can lead to mental health problem. So I will advise us to be conscious of all this when we're pursuing our achievement. And once again, count your blessings, think about those things you've achieved, and be proud of yourself. And then create another strategy for you to move on. For all those men out there that are trying to achieve a greater height, I wish everybody good luck. And success could be seen from different parameters, not financial alone. Success could be termed to so many things apart from money. So please, guys out there, be careful of being too over anxiety, and be careful of mental health problem. And I hope everybody will be fine last. We're all gonna be fine. It's just that the fingers are not equal. Everybody's not equal. And sometimes another thing that help is it's not very good to compare yourself with people. You just start to run unnecessary race. Plan your own, achieve your dream, and a good relationship with God is very, very important as well for you to be able to achieve these things. A very good relationship with God. Tell your God what you want and work towards it. When you tell your God, you just don't see that, you work towards it. Life is hard. Life is very, very hard. It's quite challenging. The competition is quite high. So you need to constantly update yourself to be at the top of your game. But most importantly, tell your God and ask for the grace. Sometimes it's not by might, it's not by experience, it's not by hard work. It's just the grace. Because if it's by hard work and if it's by being intelligent, most people will be rich. Most people will be financially stable. So it takes a grace. It takes a grace to be extremely successful in life. And I wish us the best in life. Thank you, everybody, for listening to my second episode of Midlife Crisis. And I would really appreciate if you please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I love doing this. I love talking and encouraging people to achieve things in life. Thank you very much once again. And I will be back with another episode, which is evaluation of life. When I come back, I'm going to talk about that. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate your time. And remember to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you. God bless. Bye.